Next, we can attach the power supply to our printer. To start things off, we will find our power supply, the red and black power cable, and some additional hardware. The first thing I'm doing here is trying to strip both ends of the red and black power cable. Your cable might look a little different depending on when you're getting your kit. And if you are quietly judging me for using a razor blade to strip these wires, my wire strippers were up 2 floors and I didn't feel like running to go get them, so instead I'm just doing it this way. Next, we can grab our power outlet and position it into the 3D printed cover, and attach each of the 3 wires, hot, neutral, and ground, to our switching power supply. Next, we can attach our 12-volt power cable, the red and black one, to the positive and negative 12-volt outputs on the power supply. Then thread the cable through one of the holes on the front of the power supply cover, and position the power supply cover over the terminals on the power supply. We can then attach the 3D printed cover to the power supply using some M3 screws. You can wait to do this later if you want to, but I went ahead and put the power cable into the power socket on the power supply. Next, we can grab our 2 power supply mounts and some hardware as well. We're going to need 2 M4 screws that attach on the power supply side. We will need 2 M5 by 8mm screws, and we will also need 2 slide-in T-slot nuts. Our T-slot nuts can slide into the front of the 2020 V-slot extrusion and slide into place. And then our M5 by 8mm long screws will go through the holes on the power supply mounts and attach to those T-slot nuts. we can tighten up those M5 screws and move our XY gantry around a little bit to make sure that it clears the vertical side of the power supply. With that done, we can move on to our next step, wiring up the 3D printer.